Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome. Hi, Nancy. We've got a few on there. Can you all hear me? Fingers crossed we're good tonight. Let's see how we go. So far we're good on Facebook and YouTube. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Susan, Vera, Liz, hello. Everyone finished their dinner? Can hear me? Good. Yep. Okay, we're all good so far. Let's fingers crossed it stays that way and we don't drop out. Hi, Dell. Hi, Shelley. We're on YouTube. Hi, Jane, Naomi. Yeah, so far good. Let's see how long it lasts. Cheryl, have you been given fibre up there yet? They've just put it through here, but it's not working great. Well done, Jeanette. You can do the dishes while you watch. Hi, Brenda. Wanda. Couldn't find my... Yeah, no, I'm on YouTube. There's a couple here watching on YouTube. I'm watching on YouTube. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Mary from Taranaki. Am I seeing you next week, Mary? I can't remember if I am or not. I've got no idea where Taranaki is, if it's anywhere near Cambridge or not. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Christine. Chris, hello. Gwen, well done, Chris, on your finish this week. I think, no, was it you that finished? No, maybe it wasn't you. I'm sure you just shared something that you'd finished. Joey's here on YouTube. Must have finished dinner. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Karen. Hi, Lynn. Oh, well, Lynn, my shed guy is away. He's in Melbourne, ready for the grand final. Not such an exciting grand final as he hoped it would be after last week. But anyway, they're still getting up at 2:30 in the morning to get in line. Hi, Helen. Hi, Elizabeth. But that meant, no dinner wasn't cooked for me. So, of course, I put it on to cook while I was getting ready for this. So I had a very burnt dinner. But we won't tell him that. Hopefully he's not listening. Because, he can stand there and do one thing. I'm always doing 10 things at once. So anyway, my dinner wasn't very pleasant, but I've had it. Hi, Anita. Hi, Helen. Hi, Elizabeth. Yes. So soak it up, Lynn. Very nice. A couple more nights here before I head off to New Zealand. I'm not sure what the weather is over there. I'm going to have to look that up before I pack some clothes, but normal thing. I'll do that the night before. Leave next Tuesday. So I won't be here for live next week. I'll remind you of that at the end because I will be in New Zealand. And I could say that I could pop in and say hello, but I really haven't worked out the time difference. So I think 7 o'clock will be like 5 o'clock or 4:30 or something like that over there. So I probably won't. Hi, Joe. And I'll probably possibly still be teaching. Oh, you're welcome, Helen. You're welcome. It got there nice and quickly. So I almost didn't even have time to get my gin tonight, but I thought, no, I've earned it after eating a burnt, horrible dinner. So New Zealand is 2 hours. So it'll be 9 o'clock, the other way around. See, I always get it wrong. Okay, it'll be 3 hours ahead or 2 hours ahead, depending on where we are, I suppose. Hi, Karen. Oh, well, who knows? We'll see what I'm doing at 9 on Thursday night. Yeah, I could pop in and say hello. We'll see. Hi, Tina. I had it the other way around. So I leave at 6 in the morning and I get there at 4:55, but it's only like a 3-hour flight from Melbourne. Anyway, that's too hard for me. I'll just hope that my watch resyncs. It's been so long since I've travelled overseas that we now have eSIMs. So I've got to work out my eSIM, get that activated when I get there. And then hopefully my phone will just change over and I won't need to worry about the time until I get home again. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, they have told us daylight savings starts Saturday, but I don't think that'll Well, I wonder if the flight times on your ticket account for daylight saving. Who knows? Anyway, I don't think that's my problem. Hello from Norway. What time is it over there, Elin? What time? Hi, Sue. My two girls are in, I think one's on a flight now between Amsterdam and, where are they going? Munich, I think. And the other one is today up early for breakfast because they're going to Buckingham Palace today. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep up with timelines all over the world at the moment. Hi, Tony. Hi, Nita. Anyway, so my gin of the night, I just grabbed a nice, easy drinking Tayberry Knocklofty Garden gin. We've seen that before. But, yeah, it's very easy drinking. It's just like having a cordial, really. Look forward to hearing about your eSIM experience. Yeah, Sharon, I'm a bit, well, so the two girls have both got them in Europe and UK, but they actually went with a different company because I get a cheaper one with my credit card. And so far so good, it's working for them. But I realise you either have one SIM or the other. So your normal Australian SIM or the eSIM turned on, which means I still can't get text messages or phone calls to my phone number. And you don't get a new phone number to give them. Well, you would if you've got a 4G plan, but I just got data. So everyone they have to give your phone number to reach you, you wouldn't get those phone calls. So we tested that with Molly. No, I can't call her while she's got her eSIM on. So that's interesting. It's all new to me, all of this. Yes, you do have a third daughter. I do have a third daughter, Matilda, who's not in Europe, and she's remembered to come and say hello here. Yes. But you're no help to me telling me about eSIMs, Matilda. 11 in the morning in Norway. Okay, that would be about right because I think Molly was up a couple of hours ago in London. You're having a gin liqueur. Nice. Yummo. Very nice. Okay, so I think I've earned this tonight. Yeah. All right. And I say it every week, but I haven't got a lot to show you. Only so many new things come in each week. So, but let's hope we get through tonight without this internet dropping out because I just haven't had time to spend hours on chat with them again. Okay, so what have we got here? Just trying to find showing stream. I don't think this one was put in the link anyway. Anyway, we have got back in stock and someone had asked for them as well. I just put another link in that I haven't even shown you yet. But anyway, we used them last year in Houston. So it worked well for you, Mark. I'm assuming you mean eSIMs. But that meant you didn't have your Australian number, did it? So you had to switch back to get any messages through. Yeah. Anyway, so these yo-yo bendable daylight lights and with the little magnifying. Do we need to I'll put the overhead on. Here we are. So they're little like fold up. I suppose I should get one out and show you. So the LED lights, they're nice little tiny ones. So we're struggling to get much in the way of lights at the moment. This is a very little tiny one. And see, it opens up like this. Okay. And then if it's already charged, which it looks like it doesn't come charged, so you'd have to charge it up first. Oh, actually, no, it's batteries. This one's batteries. Oh, okay. Got batteries here. Okay, so it's not a rechargeable one. It's a battery one. Let's try this. Oops. Sometimes battery ones are good. There we are. Just happen to have some on hand here. So you still had your number, but could someone call you on your number, Joe, while you'd selected eSIM in your phone? Like if you've got two SIMs in there, you can only have one or the other active. So could someone call you on your number while you had your eSIM in? Hi, Joe from Lakes Entrance. Two Joes there. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, so it's an LED one, but with batteries. But if you open this little bit here, it's tiny. you open this little bit here, it's also a magnifier. So if you like to work with a magnifying glass, we won't look at my horrible fingers and fingernails under it. But anyway, so it does have a little magnifying glass in there. So it's called the Yo-Yo, and it packs down to just that little one in the palm of my hand there. And it is a daylight light. So you can, 10,000 blue sky it goes up to. All right, so they're back in stock, but I did put the link in. So if Donna or Joe are there, they might be able to pop the link in. She must have missed that one. I'll get those batteries back out in a minute. So that's back. Also back in stock is, hi Rhonda, hi Angela. Okay, people would still ring you and you receive messages. Well, I tested it with Molly and she didn't get a phone call. That's interesting. Oh, well, I'll find out in New Zealand anyway what works and what doesn't, I suppose. Do you remember which company you use, Joe? Okay, would that be good if you can? And you just use the eSIM for data at the same time. I don't know. Yeah, very compact light. Hi, Helen. Bob and Phil. So this is just the white, and it's just an ultra fine thread for your embroidery or machine quilting with fancy threads on the top, and it's a nice good price, $6.75 for those cones. I actually don't know how much is on there, probably 2,000 meters. So that bobbin fill is back in, so I will put the link in for that because there was people asking for those. Hi Jackie. Hi Judy. Thanks Liz Sullivan, she reminded you, she. Hi Fiona, late to the party but you're here. So bobbin fill is back in stock. Now remember our Fiskars square rotary cutters that we're having a very hard time getting them in Australia. But anyway, Birch have a version made in Taiwan. And so we've got one as a sample. I'm actually not sure what the price was on it, but it's possibly going to be online from Flight Centre. Okay. Hi, Hilary. I'm sorry to hear about your week. Anyway, these look pretty much exactly the same as the Fiskars ones. So the Fiskars ones we have to get from overseas. So next order, we might get some more of these. And they're the same size. So they'll fit in the little bag that we had them in as well. And they seem to sort of turn. I'm going to get my Fiskars one side by side. I should have done that. It's downstairs, I think. I don't think it's up here. And just compare. To see if the quality is the same, but I dare say these might be a little bit cheaper. So that's come for us to test. So if you missed out on a Fiskars one, I know we do have more coming. But anyway, always out to try new things. What else have we got? Okay. Normally every year I participate in the Buy Annie Sew Pink Breast Cancer Month in October. They didn't do it. Oh, good, Hillary. It's very therapeutic, isn't it? Good. They didn't do it last year, and this year they have done it again, and they did reach out to me to participate, but I've just been so busy. They actually reached out 2 or 3 times, and it's very naughty of me, but I haven't replied because I just couldn't find a date in October that I could support it and have time to make yet another project. So Breast Cancer Month, October, it's worldwide. It is starting, next week. And so there'll be lots going on. So if we can still support Sew Pink by following all the shops, go to Buy Annie's and find the links to all the designers or shops that are participating. But this is a project, one of the projects I did one of the other years that I participated in Sew Pink. So, and it's still available. It is the, here, it's the Zip It Up bag, which is a great pattern from Buy Annie anyway. But I just embellished it, and we offered these little kits to do some EPP on the front and some applique, and I just raw edged it. It's just raw edge Vlisafix applique or steamer seam, and hopefully you can see what it's meant to represent. Hi, Wendy. I'm sure you can see what it's meant to represent. So check the bumps for lumps is the message for October. Make sure you do your check if you haven't had your 2 yearly scan. We all know someone that's been affected. And so the Zip It Up bag, I actually use it for this one for my laptop when I'm traveling. So it's got full-size pocket on the outside. It's a great bag anyway, even though I just made a laptop bag in Stitch's Garden, but I don't get to use that one. Thank you, Donna. Just put the link in for the yo-yo lamp. And on the inside, it's got a clear pocket and a mesh pocket, so I can put my laptop in there. I can put my cords or other wirings and things in there. And I can put my phone in the outside, and I can just carry it with this handle, and it's nice and padded, or I can slip it in my backpack. And I know that it's nice and padded because it's got the double phone. So that, again, Hillary, I think it fits my laptop just, but it probably wouldn't fit yours. Oh, yes, Jeanette, that's a free pattern, I think, isn't it? Jeanette's saying she's made the Buy Any Bosom Buddies for her cancer centre. I think she gives that as a free pattern, doesn't she? I think. I'm not sure. It could be. Yeah. The next year I did it was a big, like, project bag. A kit for this, Karen. For just this part, possibly. Jo will be on to that. Or maybe Donna will be next week. I think we just had the pattern and the papers for it, but whether we've still got the fabrics, I don't know. But yes, chat to Jo about that for this. Pocket packets, it's the pocket packers, that's right. So the other one I did was pocket packers, and it just had, which is a long single project bag, 2 zips, I think. It's just a flat one. And I just had an EPP pieced pink ribbon on the outside, but I should have brought that home as well. So everyone, Breast Cancer Month for October. Remember to check those bumps for lumps and anything else that you need to do. But if that's something that interests you, this design wouldn't have to go on this bag. You could just get the design to put on anything you like, but it is the Zip It Up bag. Okay. I grabbed a few other patterns that have been sitting in for a long time. So all of these ones were going to be half price. So click for the lumps and the bag. I'm not sure if we still got that fabric, Karen, because it was a couple of years ago, but we could get you something similar colours, so it's in the pink for you, yes. We'll send you a photo of the fabric pool first to make sure that you're happy with it. Hi, Pamela. Okay, so these ones, a few patterns that were going out at half price. So Libs Elliott, we had Libs Elliott out several years ago. Let me just zoom in here. And we've still got some leftover, quite a few leftover patterns. Similar is fine. Yep, that's good. So let's zoom in here. So Libs Elliott, if you don't know, is from Canada, and she is a lovely person who does modern quilts. And a lot of it's based on her skills as a programmer and a digital sort of, I think it was a programmer, I think it was, like code and stuff. So the workshops were great, actually. These are all different, like the way she's worked it out in code, it's very interesting. But anyway, this is just how then she's adapted that into a quilt. So these are all little different blocks in there, I'm pretty sure. So there's the Star Pale quilt, and there's the Double Trouble quilt. This one is pretty standard square, star and a square sort of on the diagonal. So that one's not based on her code. So yeah, half price for any of those if anyone would like either of those. Double Trouble quilt and the Star Pale quilt. I'll put those in. And that's what we've got in there. Okay, so I've got the links to those there on the website. But there's a couple of other. This is a Zen Chic pattern, and I actually made this sample, and it was really, if you're into modern quilting, I just think really simple is. It was beautiful fabric, and it's simple and it's modern and it's just classic. So you could do it without the little applique Let's Fly block in there. You just continue the rest. And actually, I think that's what I did on my sample. I should have grabbed that. Hi, Pauline. But that one, we have a few of those left. We do actually also have, I think, a couple of the layer cakes that you use to make it left as well. But it's a really nice contemporary modern quilt, but I just skipped the applique bit and just did the blocks all over it. So it's like improv. Yeah, it's like an improv. So it's a nice little play on improv if you haven't tried that before, but you've always wanted to. So we've got a few of those, half price, Let's Fly, but it's not on the website. So that one you'll have to ask for. Zen Chic. Love her stuff. And then we've got a couple of random So Quirky patterns. Everyone knows So Quirky. Hi, Julie. Hi, Margaret. Okay, you've done the double trouble. Nice, Margaret. Fair bit of work in it. Nice. Was that probably after the workshop? You probably bought it there, did you? So Quirky is an Australian designer up in Queensland, and she does really cool, like different applique with different stitches, fun, bright things. And we've got two of these, so they're half price too. So, but again, not on the website. So there's two of those. So it's applique. It's all fused applique. And this is her little panda. So it's fun, probably a good one to do with kids, but also she encourages in it, and it's all about using different stitches on your machine. So you don't have to have an embroidery machine, just on a normal machine, but using the different stitches for the applique instead of just doing this plain old blanket stitch. Okay, so it's two of those, and yeah, and that's it for the half price patterns. If anyone would like one of those, we've got those. And that's about all I've got to show you of stuff from the shop. It's all I brought home. Padded that out as much as I can. But I was going to show you my progress from last week. Now, I bought from my shop. There you go. Thank you, Margaret. And you've made it. Have you ever shown that at Quilt Guild? I don't think I've ever seen it made. So remember last week we were gluing up this. And I want to say that the missing green leaf, if you were here last week, has never been seen again. I searched and I cleaned and I packed and I searched everywhere, and I had to make another one. It has never been seen. And then when I had all my circles on, and while I was stitching, because I actually stitched them by hand before I did the rest, and two of them fell off. Three of them fell off, these pink ones, for some reason. I mustn't have ironed them on well enough. And again, I found all but one, and I searched everywhere, and it never showed up. So I had to do another. I had to give up. I refused to make another one because I knew as soon as I did, I would find it, but I didn't anyway. So this is nearly finished. I think I have, I've got one more here to do my running stitch around, and then I'm going to do running stitch in the middle. And then I'm still deciding whether I stitch a vein down the middle of the leaves or not. What do you think? Do you think I should? Yeah, not sure. Oh, okay, Margaret. I missed seeing it then. I did see those, so maybe I did see it. Yeah, whether I should do a running stitch vine down the leaves or whether I should do like a stem down the middle. But I don't think I want to do a stem. I think I want it just to read like it's a long flower. But maybe I could do a vein down the leaves, and I could do the running stitch around here. Leave it as it is. Yeah, okay. Doesn't need it. No, it's not like I've got nothing else to do before Houston, so I'll leave it. Thank you very much. I'll just switch to the front camera and hold it up and see if you can see it all together. Well, all I can think is that Bentley did eat them because they're not to be found. So there it is. It's just a little wall hanging. If I'd had time to do a huge big quilt, that would have been amazing. But can you all see that? No vein. Okay. All right. Unanimous vote. That gets me out of doing extra work there. But I think it came out really well. So I just have to quilt that. Now I'm just going to quilt in the ditch. I just have to put my backing on because it's not a cushion. Had it been a cushion, I would just put the cushion back on it now and bind it, but it's a bit big for a cushion. It's like 24 inches, and I don't even know if cushions go that big. I suppose a European pillow might nearly be that big, but I do most of them at 20 inches. So anyway, it's going to be a little wall hanging, so I need to put it back on it and I need to quilt it. So I'm just going to quilt in the ditch, and then I'll wash it and dissolve those papers. And that one's ready for market, but I think it looks quite effective. So now I want your opinion on the next project that I've been working on. So we want to, because we're at market, we're featuring our applique paper and EPP iron-ons. You know, I've had, a year to think of this, but all my thinking comes one project at a time. So all my thinkings that come in the last week of all these things that I should have made as samples to show off the benefits and the uses of using our iron-on leave-in papers, one of which is, as you know, is modern EPP or modern hexies or modern any EPP shape, because the papers don't have to be taken out and you can just glue it down and away it goes. So I've done this last night for a cushion, and I've just got a few more to do, but Joe and Donna are happy to help out while I'm in New Zealand next week. So again, sticking with the same colours, but I can't decide whether to put it on a low volume background. Let's switch to overhead again. Low volume background. So if I lay them out, it's going to be something like this. So a bit of an ombre look. And I think next is this one. I haven't laid them out yet, so you're seeing it the same time as I see it. And it must be, actually maybe this should have been the other way around. And then orange. Oh no, maybe not. And then yellow. All right, everyone snap a screenshot of that for me. Hi, Janine. Hi, Rosie. Yep, deadlines is what we need. Oh, Julie. Can't get the timer. Oh, we've been talking about time tonight, Julie. I'm hopeless. So never mind. You can catch them on replay. Okay, so take a screenshot of that on the low volume background. Let's Fly would look good on a solid blue background, or this would look good on solid blue. Wait for the next option, Karen. All right, so everyone's got a screenshot of that. You can see how it looks. Right. And I'm wondering if I've got, I don't think I have, but if I had a variegated, like 12 weight confetti thread, or not confetti, what's the 12 weight, whatever the wonderful thread is, I think I could quilt it like in a thicker variegated thread and all those. Yeah, sorry, Lauren. I had some at home, but I wasn't sure I had enough of a colorway, so I just grabbed them out of the box. But I did notice today that it had been refilled, so well done. Lauren's just pointing out that all these have disappeared from the shop. I went in very early Monday morning and got them. Okay, now this is our other option. It's actually good for me to look at it on the screen because I can see if it will pop or not. Already I'm thinking that there's not enough contrast with that darker colour. But then the ombre effect might show up more, maybe. And if I use a thick variegated thread in like the reds and pinks, and even did a triple stitch. I probably haven't got time to do a triple stitch, but so I need to use a thick thread. It's all about time, remember, when you left it to the last week. Oh, it's quite dark and moody. Anyone watching the block? You'd go in the greenhouse if they were all greens, couldn't it? In the dark and moody house. Be a nice piece of artwork. I've done a whole quilt in all shades of greens on black. What a nice piece of modern artwork that could have been for the block. All right. Screenshot that one. Hi, Sonia. Yes, I know. That's what I could, Melissa. That's what I was thinking, but it takes 3 times the time as well. I'll decide on that. You like that one better? Yeah, I quite like it better. This one just is getting a little lost on that side, isn't it? Unless I redo the dark one and put an extra pink or something in the middle. Blue doesn't work with my colour scheme, Karen. I've got no blue in the booth. So, okay, we need to have a vote. Everyone's saying I'll count up later on the vote which one wins. If that just wasn't quite as dark. So maybe I could just redo those on a different shade of, or I could insert a different shade of pink, an extra pink. I mean, there's plenty more in between. I could put another shade between those two because from there over it looks really good. Yeah, if I take those off. All right, vote, and I'm going to count them up. Majority wins, but if it's dark, because I think that does look really good. Having said that, everything in my booth is light, but I just thought this would show another effect on dark. And I was going to do a mud runner as well. So we're going to have a vote. If it is the dark one, I'm going to swap out these dark ones for something else. I can use this another day. That's okay. All right. So if you've got a screenshot of both, you can compare them side by side. I haven't. I should have screenshotted my phone. It's sitting right there. All right. So I'll let you continue to vote there for a couple more minutes, and I will count that up later. I was going to go ahead and show you how I glue it down, but I might have to make some changes. So we won't. Most of you have seen it, but you might have new people here. So I'll just talk through it. I'm just looking for my template though. That I got out ready. It's gone with the leaf. I have my template here ready. It's with the leaf and the pink spot. Bentley, you surely haven't taken my template. Oh, there it is under the table. Hold on. Naughty boy. Under the table with a paper of a ship from last week's demo, which I buried under stuff, but that's his go-to at the moment to get a treat, or to be naughty to get a treat. Okay, so here's my spacer template. Pink and first orange around. These two, I did wonder that when I was putting them down. So you can see it overall. I'm too close to it, so you can probably see better than me what it would look like. Does that look better? Actually, it does probably, although there's not a lot of contrast. Hi, Peter. Borrowers. No, just one dog, Michelle. Just one dog. Oh, having said that, though, hi, Rhonda, you did really forget. Having said that, we've had a few mystery things over the years. There's one we talk about, the chocolate croissants, that is a total mystery. We actually think there is a ghost here. or there's a street person that knows how to get into our house, because we've had some really strange, weird things disappear that there's no answer for. Looks like pink between two oranges. This one here. Yeah, as with before it was a bit more graduated. Oh, you like that better? I mean, it probably doesn't. I had more oranges, but there's wasn't much difference between them, and I just thought it wouldn't show up. Maybe the pink's wrong. Maybe I need to get another orange as well. That's red. So the first one's red, and then that's like a peachy color, peachy pink, and then that's more of a hot pink, burnt orange, brighter orange, and a yellow. Try pink on the outside. Yeah, okay. Because it doesn't have to go light to dark. And I need another, but I could put another one in there. I think I do prefer it light to dark. Yeah. So I think it is better. We go back to that. Let's start with the red instead of the dark red. Start with the Christmas red. Maybe I can find either another pink or another orange. I've got some. As Lauren knows, I've got lots here. There is also another yellow, like it's a bit paley, dirty yellow that I've got home. There's probably plenty of other yellows. I could go to a softer yellow, but I don't want to go too pastel. I want it to be bright on the dark. The one that I removed is there. But that just gets lost on the dark. If I go back to if white wins, we can go back to what we started with. Burgundy in the middle. If you had the burgundy, I think it will still get lost. But if light wins, someone counting, then it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I can go back to my very original layout and have them all. Although I do like the moodiness and the drama of that charcoal. No, I think it's still too dark. Yeah. Bit on the light, change now to light. I could add a green because I've got greens in all the others, but I could go to a limey green after the yellow. Looks like I'll have to play a bit more tomorrow. But let me see and if light wins on this, I'm doing something on dark. So I'm going to do I'll do a table run on dark, and it's going to be diamonds. And I will make sure I start with lighter colours. It had a butterfly body. Look to it now. Yeah, okay, with the dark down the middle. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, okay. Anyway, thank you. Lime green background. That might just stick out a bit much in the booth, I think. It would look good, but I don't think it will fit with anything else. Because remember my citrus quilt that was on the back wall for a long time? That's still at the quilters. Hi, Wendy. Never mind. Back on. You can watch it on catch up. the citrus quilt that used to be on the wall behind me, that had all these colours in it. This is all the scraps. That's still at Tracy's, but might be on its way back soon. But she's just had a baby. We've had a new baby in the family. She hasn't had a baby. She's had a grandbaby. And that's going to be our feature quilt in the booth. So it will be all those colours, and that is all on low volume backgrounds. But it wouldn't, yeah, okay. Thank you. I will, yeah, no, if I go the black or the charcoal, I will leave out the burgundy. And that then if we, Peter, sorry, I have to go back on this. But for my booth at Houston Quilt Market, where we're going to promote the papers to the world, if I go to the white, I'll go back to all of them. If I stay on the charcoal, I will find another colour. Okay. But I think that the dark does have a, wow, I quite like it. But I'll do something anyway, or I'll need to do more than one thing, though. I can't just do one thing in dark, can I, Jo? So that means I have to do more. Okay, so keep voting, and once we're finished, I will go back and count up and then decide where I go from here. I'll finish my other quilt first. Yeah, so that's it from me tonight. Why not both? Oh, actually, Peter, that's not a silly idea. I could do one in all the greens, because I've got all the greens from that project as well. So I could do one in all the greens. I could do one in the yellows and oranges and pinks, the warms and the cools. Peter, good idea. Good thinking. Yes. No, I don't think. I'm thinking, wonder that it wouldn't show off enough. We had burgundy in the background. The rest wouldn't show up enough. Just if you put that on that, it virtually blends in. I don't think that will work either. Oh, you might be right, Peter. I mean, it didn't take me long. It didn't take me long to whip those up last night. So I could, it's just going to be the quilting if I decide to do triple stitch, which I know probably would be the best thing to do, but that's just the time. Having said that, Donna's got a lovely new machine. She's offered to help. Maybe she could triple stitch quilt it for me. Oh, she had no idea what we're talking about. Oops. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm on the wrong thing. Greens on dark. Yes. Okay. Although the greens, yeah, possibly, because the lighter greens, oh, wrong camera. The lighter greens on the light wouldn't show up that much, but they would on the dark. Yeah. That's not a silly idea either. Anyway, thank you for all your input. Sometimes I've just got no one to bounce things off, so it was nice to have a little brainstorming session with you all tonight when I had nothing else to show you. And as I said, I was just going to talk through, for those that haven't seen the mod hexie method before. So once I've got them all down and I've made my decision, hi, Malik. I think you're new here. Hi, Kim. Just about finished. Catch it up on replay and give me your vote once you've watched it. So the idea of what we call mod EPP or mod hexies, and I didn't come up with the mod hexie idea, that Modern Handcraft several years ago started, but at the time she was just a blogger, and I asked her and she said, yeah, no, I'm not doing anything, you go ahead with it. So anyway, I mean, it's nothing amazingly original or anything like that, but the thing is, with the iron-on oh, thanks, Melissa, the iron-on papers are just perfect for this method, because then there actually is no hand stitching whatsoever. Hi, Carleen. And hi, Sandrine from Normandy in France. Hello. I love it when we get people from Europe, and it must be about, well, mid-morning there, I think. If you weren't here before, I can tell you that because I've got girls there at the moment, and I know they've just got up and what time it is. Well, I think they're heading to Germany, so that's probably same as your time, very close. Anyway, so the mod hexie method, so the papers, iron-on leave-in papers are ironed onto the back, and the sides are glued over just with a glue stick. So the normal Soline washout glue stick, so that one's not permanent. And then we put them onto our background with a permanent flexible fabric glue. And I use these Arlene's one at the moment, but I did just 12 hours behind. Yeah. No problems, Diane. Catch up on replay. I've just seen an Australian one that I'm going to get some samples to try, because we're always running out of this and having to get it from overseas. So if the Australian one works, that'll be even better. But anyway, we have been, and they're not that expensive, but we just have to wait for them to come in. So Arlene's Fabric Fusion. It's a permanent, flexible, fabric-friendly glue. Oops, Julie, never mind. So because that glue is not permanent and we're not going to stitch it down, we're not even going to applicate it. So on the one I showed you before, and on all the circles, the spot on and the peel on and all the rest of it, we do applicate it down still. Okay, but with Mod EPP, we don't actually applicate it down at all. We just glue it with the permanent glue, and then we just quilt through it, which gives it an extra effect, but it also then just stabilizes it so we know it's not going to come off. So what we need to do then is, with this permanent glue, is you need to put little dots of glue around the seam allowance, and then you just glue that onto the background. And you don't have to put any in the middle, just sort of on the seam allowance so the edges are glued down. It doesn't have to be right to the edge, but just enough so that seam allowance can never flick out when you wash it or anything, because it's all glued down. So I would start by creasing my center line, and I'd probably do a line that way as well so that I can line them up perfectly. And you glue your first one down, and then I put my little spacer on, and from that one I can glue everyone around it to know I've got everything nicely lined up like that. And once I've glued all those down, I just move my little spacer over to the next space and I continue on. And you can do it without the spacer. You can just rule lots of lines or use a ruler and use your eye. But the more even you get it, the more your straight lines, when you quilt it, hit every point. So you can quilt it like in 3 directions. So you're going that way across every hexie, that way across every hexie, and that way. But you can see in between, you're going in the gaps. Okay, so even this one, in between, you're going in the gaps along there. Or you can just do straight lines. It's all glued down. So the quilting is just an extra effect and an extra bit of insurance. So anyway, won't be next week because I'm away, but 2 weeks' time, I should have 2 of these to show you, one on dark and one on white, possibly one warm and one cool with the greens, or I might decide to do one with red all the way through to green. Who knows? Hi, Rosalind. And it may or may not be triple stitched, quilted, and it may or may not be bound. But look, I've got a whole week when I get back before I go overseas. So, only a list 150 long now. And it's all things that I've sort of just got to do, PowerPoint presentations and catalogs and artwork and printing orders and things like that. So the rest of it, we're getting reasonably organised. A few gaps, because we've got to decide on colours and areas, so there won't be. Although I did see one, I saw a version I was looking today that did have purposely had some gaps, like it had, so you sort of got the flowers like that. See, I've got the wrong camera on. And they were smaller, so you had a lot more, but it just had gaps so that actual little flowers showed up. If it was all, so that was quite a nice way of doing it too, of purposely having gaps, so you actually got a secondary design on there. Lots of things you can play with, lots and lots and lots of things. All right, hello to Mum if you're watching, but I'm not sure you will be. But I did think of that, Melissa, actually. I did think of that for these, because all the on ones are bound, but that's not to say these need to be. I might do that. I may well do that. Otherwise, I was thinking I would be machine sewing the binding on instead of hand sewing. But yes, yeah, bag it out. That would be good. I'll do that. The only template I've got home, Donna, is a 1/4 inch, and it's really, well, is it too big on the black? I don't know. I probably would go the 3/8 though on the black. But I didn't have the right template home to try that. Probably the 3/8, I think. Okay, so that's it from me tonight. Yeah, now there's another idea I have to do, Sonia. Can I add that to my list? I think it needs a lot more hexes. So probably these are 1.5. I probably go down to 1 inch. Yeah, these were 1.5 I'm doing on this. So because it's worked out that they fitted nicely on a 20-inch cushion. Most of the table runners and that I've always done in 1 inch. So I reckon to get more flowers, to get more hexes to show up that idea of the flowers, I'd go down to 1 inch. But I also went bigger because it was going to be quicker and less hexes for me to do. All right. So they're 1.5 inch hexes, Wendy, and the 1.5 inch spacer, but I would go the 3/8 spacer for it, which we have them in sets of 1/2 inch up to 2 inch, I think, or 1/2 inch up to 1.5, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's it from me tonight and for 2 weeks. So if I see you in New Zealand, I don't think there's anyone here tonight that I'll see in New Zealand, but I'm going to see New Zealand for the first time. Not very much. I've got 1 day. I've booked the Hobbiton tour and booked a car. I'm being very brave and just making the most of my 1 day. And then it's back full swing before we leave again. Joe and I go again. So in the meantime, rubbing back to the beginning, there wasn't a lot. Meantime, ASA ladies, as you know, bookings are open and a lot of you have already booked, not everyone yet, but you've got plenty of time. That's okay. And then we'll add it on to, I hope I will. 1 day is not going to be enough, but anyway, apparently Cambridge, where it is, and Hamilton is very lovely. So yes, I've rewatched all the Hobbiton and Lord of the Rings movies because I don't remember any of it. And I was told, if you're that close, you should go. So we'll do that. Okay, now I need to draw a winner. Hang on, is there any other things? Oh, the space guides. I actually do have links for those things that people asked for that mod hexes. Oh, it's your hometown. What, Hamilton or Cambridge, Tony? Hang on a minute. The other links didn't go in. Just get the iron-ons in. And Hamilton. Well, we're staying in Hamilton at a hotel in Hamilton. But the symposium's in Cambridge, which I think is about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, I've been told. And spacer guides in there. Okay. All right. So let's draw our winner. And it is Edel again. So we'll send you something by email. We'll send you a PDF or something like last time. If there's something particularly you want. My Rocky Horror gear. I don't think I'll have time for that. I believe so, Janine. And I believe it's like the most similar to Hobart and Tassie down here. So we'll have to go back another time on a family holiday and do a lot more. Okay. All right. So thanks very much for chiming in tonight. And I'll see someone I know in New Zealand. Oh, that'll be exciting. It's very interesting. Oh, yes, I know one person. Yes, I do know one person that's going. Yes. Yes, she is. She was doing one of my classes. I think she still is. Unless you're talking about someone else. But otherwise, it's one of our ASA family. Yes. South Island. That'll have to be next time. And of course, now they've just started up direct flights back to Auckland again from Hobart, but not starting till the end of the month. So like 3 weeks too late for me. But that means if they continue that, then yes, maybe we can pop over for a holiday sometime and actually look around. Okay, so thanks very much tonight. If I get this done, I'll put some photos up on Instagram so you know that I finished it. Otherwise, I'll show you in a fortnight if it's not already packed to go, because it won't be long after that and we'll be off. Have a great stitchy week. The weather's actually going to warm up this weekend slightly, so we might actually think we're in spring. Who's watching the footy? I'm not so interested anymore. Can't say go Cats. Anyway, Shed Guy's still there, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I want to win now, but anyway, it'll be a very quiet grand final day for me, home alone, just Bentley and I, but he loves me. Okay, bye for now, everyone, this week, and I'm going to go back and count the votes, although I think I've almost decided to do both now. You've convinced me, because I can't decide, so you do both. But yeah, let's see what comes of it. All right, night all. See you in 2 weeks. Lions. I think I am going for Lions. I feel sad for the ruck.